walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like. This, as you can see, is Super Hang-On on the Commodore 64. This is the first game I have ever loaded myself onto a Commodore 64. I had a friend who had one like when I was a kid, and I played Beachhead on his 64. But I've had this Commodore 64 for 15, 16 years, something like that, but had never actually used it. I'd been so preoccupied with all the other kit that I never used it. And then when I came to turn it on a couple of weeks ago, I found that it was dead. So sent it off to Mark, UK Retro Games, who'd offered to have a look at it, and he very successfully sorted it out, so I'm very grateful to him for that. So yeah, the first game I loaded into it when it came back was this. The loading screen I actually find quite impressive. I like that, it looks good. I thought, I'm in for a treat here. I'm going to say no more until it loads. I know what's coming. You might. Okay then. So, here we go. Super Hang-On. I have had a mess around just to find out what the controls are like. I have to press the brake to select a track here, and I had no idea what the brake key was, so, yes, I sat here pressing every single key I could find. Yay. Now, I have been known to really rip on the Master System for being kind of crap in my view, but that does have a half-decent version of Super Hang-On it, or at least Hang-On anyway. This is embarrassing. That's supposed to be, I'm hitting what I believe is my turbo, but it seems actually to be acting as my brake, because unless it was because I go off the track, I don't know. It's like 280 is your maximum speed. No, you see, that's not doing it. There is a turbo here, but I don't know where it is or how it works. So I'm stuck in super slow-mo, crappy, jerky. Ugh. I do wonder, I mean, it looks like I'm riding through custard, and maybe that's why everything is so slow. It can't break through the inertia generated by the thick custard everywhere. That would explain things, but I am gobsmacked at how bloody awful it is. I mean, yeah, the sprites are nice and big. I like that, that's impressive. It can chuck big sprites around. Unfortunately, it can only chuck them around at about 2 frames a minute, and that's not impressive. I am doing look at that, 280 miles an hour, but it feels like I could get off and walk faster. And that is shocking. And this is the first game I've ever loaded on a Commodore 64. I can't remember if I said it in my intro, because this is like my second take or something. Yeah, this is the first game I've loaded since I've owned this thing, and I've had it for donkey's years. I'm not going to slate the machine, because I know it does some good games, but this is an appalling conversion of this game. I mean, okay, I know I don't know what the turbo control is. It isn't fire. I'm pretty sure it isn't fire, because that just slowed me right down. That's going to be my brake. Yeah. And it's not the space bar either. So, I don't know what turbo is. That ain't it. Yeah. Well, if it's not on the joystick, I don't want to know anyway. You need both hands on the joystick. I mean, I'm using an old Atari joystick, and you've got to like push up to accelerate. So you've got to be holding onto the base of the stick. So how are you going to press a key to hit turbo? Nah. I don't know. I don't understand how they could release something this bad. On the plus side, the music's nice. Yeah, it does show off. Well, I imagine the SID chip can do better than this, but it's still quite nice. After playing like Spectrum and, well, ZX81, which had no sound whatsoever, this is quite refreshing. It's quite nice. So, like, ignore the game, just listen to the music. I use the term game loosely. Yeah. So, I have got masses of Commodore 64 games here. I know some of them don't work because they're all on tape. Disk drives over here were not a big thing, they were extremely expensive, so I've got all these tapes, a good box full. Some of them aren't going to work, some of them are. I will go through them, but I'm on a kind of random system thing at the moment. I'm just like, I was going to concentrate on ZX81, then do a bit of Spectrum and a bit of this and a bit, I don't know, random, don't know what's next. Thank you for watching.